Let's just get this over with, okay? Let's get it done. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Here we go.
I don't know about you, Chief, but I'm just about done with this damn place.
Yeah, truer words have never been spoken, Johnson. Based and true.
Then we get what we came for.
You forgot, and then we get the hell off this crazy boat.
You already used Covenant Dance. Not 2 missions ago. This campaign has made me sick of Covenant Dance. I didn't know that was possible. But they found a way. The Mad Lads figured it out. Yeah, I'm kind of running on autopilot now. I don't even have it in me to be mad when bullshit like that happens, because it's happened to me so many times. It's just whatever. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even really care much for the whole white, yellowish white aesthetic in these parts, because it just reminds me of the... I was kind of happy to see some different colors in the first mission. It's like, hey, look, they made their own level. They made their own environment. Isn't that neat? But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know, this is actually just the same problem that the Halo show had. Because in case you don't remember, which I wouldn't blame you, because it's the Paramount Halo show. Who does remember that shit? One of the problems, one of the many problems that I had with that terrible show, and this is on the smaller end, this is on the lower end of the scale in terms of how severely it impacts things overall, is the fact that when they go to High Charity, it's white and not it looks kind of like this, honestly. This is a general, I mean, it was more pure white. It looked like nether quartz in the Halo show, as opposed to this, which is more of like yellowish gold kind of a thing. But even then, the main problem that I had with it, like, it wasn't just, as is almost always the case when it comes to adaptation arguments, it's never strictly a matter of just, oh, this looks different than what I'm used to. No, there's usually a more substantive reason. It's not that it's different, it's that the way in which it's different is just worse. For instance, the walls of High Charity and the whole, it looking noticeably brighter than you would expect from Covenant design. The thing with the architecture and the colors of the original Halo games is that they all looked similar, and that you could look at any given level, any given geometry, any given design, you could look at any of that, and even without me telling you specifically which mission something came from, you could still identify in an instant what faction said level or environment or whatever belongs to, because it was so consistent. But that wasn't really the case in the Halo show, because I couldn't, if I showed you what High Charity looked like inside in that show, you'd never in a million years be able to tell me that it looks Covenant, because it doesn't. The colors are totally mismatched. And this is the case for Forerunner, it's the case for the Banished, it's the case for the Covenant. Every major faction, even the UNSC, every major faction in Halo has a very consistent artistic direction and color palette that is just nowhere to be found in the Halo show. And so I don't even really care much for, because like when I saw this in the trailer, I thought it was going to be somewhere other. I didn't think it was going to be a Covenant home base or a Covenant ship, because why would I ever think that was the case when it doesn't look anything like a Covenant ship or a Covenant home base? But apparently that's what it is, and it just doesn't look like that at all. And the thing is, I think, because I know that some people took issue with Halo, one of the things that some people took issue with in Halo Infinite, and even I am somewhat, maybe not annoyed, but somewhat disappointed by in that campaign, is the fact that there isn't a whole lot of environmental variety. It is mainly just, it's Zeta Halo, which is Pacific Northwest, it's Forerunner environments, which is usually blue, and like blue hallways and blue caves and things like that. And then it's the Banished structures, which is just like a lot of red, black, gray type metal machinery. Also, the game is stuttering like crazy in this specific part for some reason. And like, some people wish there was more environmental variety, and I would also have preferred if that was the case, because that's part of what made Halo games so cool. One of the things that people really appreciated, or at least I really appreciated, was the fact that they could be these giant galaxy-spanning adventures that would take you every which way. It would take you all across the universe to all types of different beautiful locations. Even within the same Halo ring, in Combat Evolved, you would get to explore a bunch of cool, unique, distinct environments. But in Infinite, it's a lot of the same environments again and again and again. But there is a reason. Oh, good, hunters. There is a reason why all the levels look the way that they do in Halo Infinite. There are reasons why the Forerunner places look the way that they do. There is a reason why, because in
Johnson, status. We're close, LT. Copy. We've cleared a route to the hangar.
Good luck, Lieutenant. See you around.
narratively speaking, you're stuck on one specific part of the Halo ring, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of biome variety, biome diversity in that one part of the Halo ring. And Forerunner machinery and environments are kind of designed to look very similar for mechanical purposes, because Halo is not designed to be an amusement park. It's designed to fulfill a purpose like a machine would. So there are reasons why that's the case, and that, like, that's why I'm not as hard on it, because for Infinite Story it kind of works, even though I do wish that there was more variety, at least within Zeta Halo. Like, just have it be different fragments of the ring that got scattered in all the destruction or something like that. I don't know, but where I'm going with this is that I think some people would look to this, like they would look to the way that this is all laid out and be like, no, this is better than Combat Evolved, because there's more colors, it's more different colors. Look, it's not just purple everywhere, there's white and gold. Look, there's a bit of green right there too, isn't that neat? But I don't care, because it doesn't feel like Covenant anymore, even though, if you can believe it, like, this looks like a Star Wars prequel type thing. It's when Obi-Wan and Yoda go to the Jedi. Yoda is there too, right? I think he is. I think so. When they go to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and they're trying to figure out what happened to all the Jedi, and they discover it was Anakin. It looks like a room from that, but it does. There's no way some of these really bright rooms I could look at. No way I could take a picture of these and show them to you, and you'd be like, yeah, that's Covenant architecture right there, because this doesn't look like that. And I care much more about consistency across the board than I do about, well, this is a different looking room than the last one, so that means it's better, I guess. Especially because, if I'm being honest, I am getting so sick of some of these rooms because they all look the same. I am so sick of it. And to be fair, I wouldn't feel that way if the gameplay was better, or at least if the balancing was better. Because Infinite has a lot of repeated rooms, even the original Combat Evolved has a lot of repeated rooms and layouts and things of that nature, as we've gone over throughout this LP so far. But those games are actually fun to play, so it doesn't really affect me.
Well then, let's go get what we came for.
But I'm so burnt out by this game that I don't care.
Sneaky bastards are trying to lock down their battle net. We need to stop them before they encrypt the nav data.
Of course. Of course. Yep, that tracks. Yep. You have a Fuel Rod gun? Is that what keeps killing me? Yeah, that's what keeps killing me. Got him. Let me guess, so they just spawn more waves on this level? They sure did, didn't they? Oh, they sure did. Fortunately, it's just... Excuse me, can I... I'm trying to throw a grenade here.
Oh, yeah. Engaging multiple targets. Covering fire. All right, get up.
Oh, of course, this hunter. Okay, you know the drill. Everything dies first, and then we deal with the... Oh, my God. I think they've gone a little bit overboard with the hunters, if I'm being perfectly honest. They've thrown so many hunters at us in these 3 missions. It's a little bit preposterous. And the game absolutely cannot handle this many effects on screen. It is lagging considerably more than usual. Are we down to just the 2 hunters now? I think we are. Well, I don't really have any great weapons for fighting you, but guess we'll have to make the needle rifle do. We did get to see at a checkpoint, which is helpful. Alright, spin him around, stick him with 2 plasma grenades. And yep, it's just that easy. It's just that easy.
That should be the last of them, Chief.
There is so much you do not understand about the great journey, humans. Why
I'm so overhearing you talk. I don't care.
It's a mere footnote in the story of this galaxy. When I relay what I have learned to the hierarchs, there will be nothing that can stop us.
Sorry. I was getting real tired of hearing him talk.
Vance Johnson once again remains the voice of reason for the player.
Sierra 117 to Lieutenant Williams. Status report.
The Covenant aren't making it easy. But what's fun is easy.
Copy. On our way.
Okay, Halo Infinite, this is the opening music from Halo 3. Halo Infinite reuses a lot of melodies as well, but it is like, it's a point of praise I have for that game that it is very purposeful. It is very deliberate. Gareth Coker actually had, someone interviewed him and he made a point to talk about how he wasn't interested in just throwing a bunch of tracks everywhere willy-nilly because that doesn't interest him at all. That wasn't why I believe his exact words were, because the melodies, the original Halo melodies are so interesting, there's a lot of things you can do with them to remix them. And he also made a point of saying it's not just about drag and dropping tracks wherever just to get a cheap emotional impact out of someone. There are careful reasons why each remixed track plays when it does in the campaign. And that's why I appreciate Infinite soundtrack implementation as much as I do. But there is no consideration to be had here. It's literally just taking some of the most iconic and memorable music tracks from the other games and dragging them into this for no apparent reason, other than, hey, you remember this melody, you like this melody, please like this melody here again. If you liked it in that game, you'll probably like it in this game too. Or if not that, then you'll like our game more because it has a thing you already like in it, yes? That's how this works? I mean, for a lot of people, I'm sure that is how it works. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work, right? Like, clearly that works on people.
My creation. And to the inevitability of your species' fate.
Is he gonna do anything other than just talk to us? Like, genuinely, is he capable of doing anything else? Because right now I'm thinking no. I think the only trick he has up his sleeve is just to jibber jabber. That's the only thing he can do. It's the only thing he's done so far. Remember when we met him in Mission 1, and he was just like, look at all my cool toys, Master Chief. Don't you like these cool new toys? Which one do you want to play with first? How about we play with the Brute? Because it's really, I think you'll really like the Brute. You don't even have to fight anyone. You can literally just shoot the glowing orange dot on his chest, and he'll kill everyone for you. That's all you gotta do. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Well, let's keep going. We're only 2 skulls away from the end of the mission. Although, I'm somewhat concerned about the last skull, because when I watched the video I watched, it's Maka's video, in case you're unsure. It's a Maka 91 Productions. He's my go-to for achievement guides for Xbox games. It's kind of his whole thing. And, from what I saw, for what needs to be done in order to get this final skull, it seems like it's gonna be absolute hell.
Intel suggested this was a garden or a recreation bay. Looks like a hydroponics facility. Is that a threat, Sergeant Major?
Just gonna hurt my feelings, huh? I see how it is.
Their banter isn't even doing anything for me. You know, maybe it would if the game was better, but it's not, so it isn't. Also, they wouldn't be talking like this in the middle of combat. Like, they're not fucking Marvel superheroes. They don't quip mid-battle. Master Chief is focused on the mission. He's mission-oriented. He does everything as efficiently as he possibly could. Infinite struck a really great balance of having conversations with other characters outside of battle. And by the way, this isn't even a problem that Halo 4 had, to be perfectly honest. Like, people criticize Chief for talking too much in Halo 4, but what Halo 4 didn't do was have him making these types of quippy comments while he's literally in the process of fighting the Covenant. And by the way, I'm not even, like, it never bothered me, per se, that the Chief was more talkative in Halo 4, but I do understand where people are coming from as far as, you know, helping keep the Chief a bit of a man of mystery by not oversaturating his dialogue. And Infinite strikes a great balance between maintaining that allure and the, like, strong but silent man of action, man of few words type of personality, while still managing to flesh out his character and develop his emotions a bit more. Infinite is kind of the gold standard for how Chief is written, but I still get where people come from with Halo 4 as like his possibly speaking a bit too much. But this isn't even just him speaking too much. It's just speaking at the wrong times, feeling like a completely different. Well, okay, I don't want to say completely different character, but it just the vibe is off. This is the whole game in a nutshell. It's just the vibe is off. Things feel slightly off. Everything feels slightly off. And it's uncanny and annoying. Okay, I think this is where the skull is. Yeah, it's here. Okay, this is the room. This is the room with the skull. I'm guessing there's a lot of enemies down here we gotta clear out first. Or don't have to, but it would help if we cleared them all out. It seems they seem very proud of the needle rifle, because it's really the main thing I've been using for these 3 missions, and they give it to you every 5 steps. I think they're very proud of the fact that they added the needle rifle to this game. Which, I mean, it's a cool weapon, but I don't know that I ever liked it this much. At least we have something, a reliable precision weapon provided to us. I can't fucking stand the audio stuttering. It's so bad. How did nobody notice this when they were playtesting it? The answer is probably they didn't playtest it. They had no idea. Alright, the skull is over here. Got it. Only one more skull to go, and it's looking to be one of the most annoying ones in the game.
You boys better shake a leg. No leftovers for the late arrivals.
I figured you'd have this whole mess sorted out by the time I got there.
Let's not keep them waiting.
Well, after you. Bravery before beauty.
Tunnel vision. That sounds like it might be leading up to the skull that I need to get, because I know the section in which the skull is placed, and the tunnel seems accurate to describe it. Guess we'll have to wait and see, though. After I tap out a few sleeping grunts. Oh my god, another. Well, at least I have a sword.
Let's get moving.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is the room. It's a gondola ride, which mileage will vary with gondola rides in Halo games. Let's hope this is one of the better ones. Is it really necessary to push 3? That was some physics. Alright, so the thing here is I'm not actually sure if this is where the skull is or if it's a later section. Okay, it's not here, it's a later section. What? Okay, that worked. That wasn't actually part of the plan, but I guess that worked. Oh yeah, it's after this. I remember this bridge from the video. It's after this bridge at some point. I can't believe they put return to the battlefield timers in the gondola ride. Tell me they all have snipers. Okay, no, they don't all have snipers. I thought all of the ones on that bridge were gonna have snipers for a second. That would be really, really depressing if that was the case. What would be really cool if this game would give me a checkpoint. That'd be cool if the game would give me a checkpoint before this upcoming section, because I'm gonna have to, as you saw, you have to jump off the gondola as it's moving and run to the corner. Okay, it might not be here. I don't think it's here. No, because you're supposed to get off here.
Well, ain't this a fine mess? Power's out, Chief.
There's a power relay above us.
Reheating Halo 4's nachos with the gondola ride, where you go up a little bit, stop, jump off one of the sides, go hit a switch to start the gondola again.
Power has been rerouted.
Systems look to be waking up.
A local alert got through. We have more.
This game has a serious problem with dialogue cutting out randomly, I've noticed. It also has a problem with throwing a bunch of sword elites at you for no reason. It happened again. Oh, and you know what I just remembered? There's supposed to be space combat in this mission. Because that's just this whole... So at first I was like, oh cool, we're doing space combat again. But now that I've actually played these missions, I'm like, oh wait, there's nothing actually special about that. It's literally just reheating the soup, or reheating nachos from another element of Halo's past. If we're doing the Halo 4 gondola ride here, now we're doing the Halo Reach Long Night of Solace bit. That's probably that. I can't help but feel anything but cynicism towards this whole game. Because you know it was born from cynicism. You know it was born not because they had a desire to revisit the original game and really make things right or fix things. You know it's only being done because they know that's the safest path forward as far as making money. Is to take something that they know people already like, remake it. Because all the hard work's already done. And you'd think that'd be an easy win, but somehow they still managed to screw it up. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that, but who cares? But was it really necessary to push 3 separate buttons in order to activate this gondola? I don't think that it was. It sure does have some physics fuckery, though. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to this overshield for when I need to make the run for the skull. Probably just go back and check the... for fuck's sake. Enemies everywhere, all around, all the time. That is balancing. That is how we balance. That do be how... Huh? What just happened? No. We're gonna need to have a look at what just happened there. Oh, it just... Okay, it just launched me off, because I wasn't touching the controller when I spawned in. It literally just launched me off a cliff. That's cool. That's awesome. So it's just the answer is that the physics are just broken on this gondola. It's all that happened there. It's just broken physics. Launched me off the side. That's cool. Not quite as cool though as the needle rifle marksmen that surround you on all sides. I think it's coming. I think it's the next encounter after this, by the way. I think it's after that bridge. Is the part I have to get off. Yeah, this is it right here. This is it. Alright, well, we got a checkpoint, so let's just go ahead and yeet all our grenades. Try to kill as many things as we can. Or that's gonna happen. Oh, and the fact that there's still space combat means that we're not even close to done. We're gonna have to do space combat before we're done. Still so much left to this mission. Alright, we're gonna get off as soon as this lines up. Or not. Okay. Overshield activated and run like the wind. Get the skull. And hope we can make it back in time. We can't, but that's alright. That's fine. We got the skull. It's all that matters. We got the skull. Did it not also give me an achievement for... I didn't get the fucking terminal. Can we just, like, can I just turn on debug mode and just fly to the end? Can we also talk about how profoundly stupid it is that there's so many return to the battlefield insta-kill, or not insta-kill, but return to the battlefield death timers everywhere in this campaign? Because that's so stupid. Of all the games to do that for, you pick the one that encourages exploration the most. Still more enemies, huh? Have grenades. Lob all my grenades. Enjoy all my grenades. Sword for you, and insta-kill for me. Yay, everybody gets an insta-kill. Woohoo. Yay, yay, insta-kill, insta-kill. Now I get to wait for the gondola to take me all the way over there again. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go do my grocery shopping while I wait for the game to catch up. You finally free? Or is there still somehow more before the space section? Surely at least they can't screw up space combat, right? Surely at least there'll be fun to be had with space combat. There has to be. Surely.
And make them pay for every inch. Chief, I'm not sure those Marines can hold out.
They'll hold.
Marines, we're almost there. You copy?
They have no tricks. They have no other tricks than to just spam music everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I not fly this Banshee? Of fucking course I can't fly this Banshee.
I don't like it.
Speed. Let's hustle.
Is this gonna end with Williams heroically sacrificing herself and be like, see, look, she learned Spartans aren't so bad, it's all about the greater good for humanity, and you are the hope that will lead UNSC to victory against the Covenant, and then it'll be like a character arc, and people will go like, oh, look, she learned a lesson, and then I'm supposed to clap or cry or whatever. Oh, there's a wraith of course there's a wraith here. Yeah, why wouldn't there be? Yeah. Alright, what are we gonna do about this then? Oh, there's the Furod cannon conveniently provided right here. I go, well, there's the answer to that question. Mystery solved. We did it. I can't believe they didn't allow you to hijack shade turrets. I can't believe they added hijacking into Comet Evolved, but then just forgot to include that for shade turrets as well. That's crazy. Every time you think you're done, the game finds a way to prove you wrong. Oh, of course I'm out of ammo for everything. Alright, what's the round? Should I just go YOLO melee them? Why not? Actually, should I just run? What if we just ran? Oh, that totally worked. Lol, fuck you. Of course that worked. Oh, fuck you. Stupid fucking clown game. Oh my god, you just had them create a shrine, a throne of the corpses of the Covenant, and then just had them sit around waiting for Chief and Johnson to stroll up. Literally sat there for who knows how long, just waiting to show off to the oh, fucking clown game. I can't believe that.
Nice work.
Thanks. Spartans aren't the only badasses in the UNSC.
Oh my god, shut the
So,
fuck up!
Take out the Prophet.
Shut up!
Whatever the Covenant's working on here needs to be stopped before it can go any further. We
That
need
sound
to destroy
effects
this ship.
was massively delayed.
Chief, DLT's right. We need to blow this entire ship to molecules. We can't let them finish cooking up what's in these labs. Libra Actual, this is Libra 2. I'm breaking radio silence to request immediate assistance. We are green for exfil. Requesting a fire mission against our current location.
Libra 2, this is Libra Actual. We are ready for rendezvous. Tactical indicates our ship doesn't have the firepower to penetrate the target's energy shields. If you can find a way to drop their shield strength, even for a few moments, we should be able to take the shot.
Copy that. Keep your weapons hot. We'll be in touch.
So, take out the generators.
Great idea, but it'll only drop the shields for a minute or two at most.
That's all the time they need to take the shot.
Yeah, but you can't be here when the fireworks start.
And he doesn't need to. You guys get off this ship, get the nav data to the UNSC. We'll drop the shield.
If you play one more track from Halo 3, I swear to
It's been a
God.
one-way trip from the beginning for us, Chief. At least now we get to go out on our own terms.
You don't deserve this music! Give it back!
Missions change, Chief. Always do.
Oh.
Now we're giving these Marines a chance to punch back.
Damn right. Chief, I gotta do this. It would haunt me every day to know we let this nightmare factory survive.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
And I'll be damned if I let a Spartan steal the glory on this one.
Oh my God.
That's our cue, Chief. Time to go. Pleasure serving with you, Lieutenant.
Remember 2 missions ago when you were prisoners of war? Where do you think you can talk all this
Let's move out,
shit?
Marines.
God, the sound delay, the lag, it's all so fucked. Okay, they can't possibly screw up something this awesome, surely. Okay, well the Star Fox, the Star Fox overlay is not a great start. Star Fox overlays in the style of like Metal Gear Solid graphics. Whatever. Let's play. Shoot down all the Banshees. We haven't been in space. We haven't been able to do space combat. Which, by the way, I'm realizing actually, I don't even think this is worthy of praise, because the only reason this is even worth, like, I guarantee you, because this whole, like I was talking about earlier, I never consciously realized this until now when I'm actually, because like I expected it to feel slightly different than it does in Halo Reach. Because, like, of course it would, because it's a different game. But now that I'm actually playing it, I'm realizing, oh no, it is literally just the same as Reach. Why is that the case? Oh right, because the game is based on the Reach engine. And once you realize that, then you realize, oh wait a minute, it would actually be, like, there's no additional work that needs to be done here to carry over the systems. It's literally just, it's already here. Bungie already made the systems for this back in 2010. So there's nothing new that they need to get done here. It's just done. It's like dragging a first-person shooter prefab into from Unreal Engine into your project. That's all that happened here. They just reskinned everything. So I don't even know that it's worthy of praise for them to be like, hey, look, we're finally bringing back space combat after all this time. Because it would almost be, I don't want to say more trouble than it's worse to not do it, but there's no, it's already in. The engine that you're using is already baked into it. And this is also the same thing, by the way, for all the other quality of life features like ally weapon swapping and vehicle hijacking and things like that. It's already in the game. It's already, because it was already in Reach, and since this is based off the Reach engine, of course it would also naturally be in this game. So I don't even, I almost want to retract my praise for even the basic things that surely everyone would agree on, because, like, I don't know, do you get praise for stuff that was already done before you even made anything? I don't know that you should. I kind of don't know that you should. Like if you rent an apartment.
Whatever you did out there seems to be working.
That'll show these bastards what happens when they mess with humanity's finest.
Williams to Sierra 117. First generator is down, but they aren't too happy about it. Hopefully more attention on us means less on you.
Acknowledged. Redeploying to the debris field. We need the extra cover.
Was that really necessary? Was it really necessary to put a loading screen?
Sure. I just wish we weren't sent in to sweep up the ashes after the whole damn house was burned down.
Okay, so in Halo Reach, when that happened, 1, it was separated by a cutscene, so it was less jarring. 2, you were in a completely different area, so again, less jarring. But we're barely any further away. We were just over there. We were literally just over there.
Acknowledged. Sending rendezvous coordinates.
So anyway, what I was saying earlier, it's like if you move into a new apartment and someone comes over and they're like, hey, look, the water's running and you got electricity going. That's pretty cool. Man, that's a really cool thing you got going on in this apartment. It's like, bro, that came with the, like, I paid, that was part of, I paid for the water. I paid for the electricity. I didn't do anything. I didn't add any furnishings. I didn't rig the plumbing myself. It was all here before I arrived. Why do you think I deserve? I don't know why I didn't see through this the whole time. I should have. Like that. I think I was wanting to give it the benefit of the doubt, and now I have no more benefit left to give because I've seen exactly what this game is in its entirety, and I am. This is. I guess I'll save my final thoughts for the end, but I feel like you kind of already know what my final thoughts are. I'm just so jaded because I can't see this as anything other than cynical. Now that I played the whole thing. Like, I'm never gonna play, after I get the achievements that I miss, I'm never gonna play this again. Obviously. I'm just gonna go play the things that this is pilfering from. I'm gonna go play the longsword part from Halo Reach. I'm gonna go play the gondola mission from Halo 4. I'm gonna go play all the missions from Halo 3 that you are stealing these musical tracks from. And like, them having Johnson say missions change, Chief, they always do. I almost wanted to smile at that because that adds more emotional weight to when Chief says it in Halo Infinite. But you've already done so much other shit that I kind of just don't care. Like, it's too little too late at that point. And by the way, even just the whole, like, that's a one-way trip that Chief says to Williams, even that is just one-for-one pilfered from Halo Reach. And the same mission, by the way, in which we do all the longsword fighting. When Noble Six says to George, that's a one-way trip, and George says, well, I'll make it sooner or later. Which, by the way, is so much slicker, so much more brisk in its writing and its delivery than what Williams said there. God, hey, at least it looks pretty. At least it looks pretty.
Our Marines are en route to the rally point. Thanks.
Copy. Good work, Lieutenant.
Burden should arrive shortly. Let's clear the way.
Just point me in the direction of what you want me to shoot, and I'll shoot it.
Slipspace rupture detected. There's our ride home, Chief. Libra 2 to Libra Actual. Confirming our IFS.
Oh, and of course, now they bring in Halo Reach music. You think you're so slick.
Coordinates confirmed.
You think you're so slick, don't you?
Okay, Chief. Let's give the Burden some cover and buy our new friends time to do their thing.
I'll admit, they've been very successful so far in making me want to go play other Halo games. It's the one thing this game has done very well, very consistently. It really is. I want to reiterate, it is really a gorgeous looking game. But I just don't care beyond that. And I also want to reiterate, I had a great week. Spent the week in New York City with my family, nice, relaxing vacation. I come back, I play this, and then just immediately I'm like, oh man, everything's shit again. It's just the campaign evolved experience, I guess. Are they flying into the burden of proof? And is that what's killing them? Because that's really funny if that's what's happening here.
How are we looking on those power generators?
Closing in on the last one. We lost Robbins and Kimura. We'll make it happen.
Understood, Lieutenant. Do what you can.
We have interceptors inbound.
Time to dance.
I mean, look, the underlying thing with all this is that it's you know, space combat is still fun. It's as fun as it was in Halo Reach. It's kind of the same. I think that's also why I was a little lighter on Combat Evolved, is because fundamentally it is still the same game. It's still, you can't, it's hard, it's it's like it's impossible not to enjoy playing Combat Evolved, even if it's a worse version of it. The core of the game is you're still going through the same environments, same enemies, same all that. And again, here we're still doing space combat. Space combat's still really fun, but it's just wrapped in a package of shit. It's like the things, all of the best things about this game were already in other Halo games. It's kind of the same thing. I know I keep referencing this a lot, but I mean, it's the biggest frame of reference I have for this kind of a thing. It's the same thing with the Disney remakes, in that, you know, I can, if you've never seen the Lilo and Stitch, or the Lion King, or Aladdin, I'm not gonna say Mulan, because I think even if you've never seen Mulan, that's just a piss poor. Oh my god, shut the fuck up! I can't, I forgot you even existed, dude! Are we even gonna fight you, or are you just gonna fuck off?
Farewell, demon. May your despair echo in the void.
Impulse drive signature.
Damn it, we lost him.
For now.
He really is just gonna fuck off and let his ship get destroyed. What was the goddamn point of having him in this game? Genuinely, what was the point? Was there even a point? I don't know. I don't know that there was, honestly. He didn't do anything. He just talked to us the whole game. We never fought him. We never saw him after that embarrassing opening cutscene. He didn't do anything. He did literally nothing. Like, I've seen actual sandbags do more than the what was his fucking name? Minister of Harmony? I actually don't even remember. I don't care. That's how nothing of a character was. He doesn't care. I've seen actual sandbags do more, because at least sandbags can protect you, can help protect your house during a hurricane. He didn't do shit. If we were in a hurricane and he was my only companion during that disaster, he would just go outside and start screaming at the hurricane and hope that would be enough to make it go away. You know, you do not get any points from copying the longsword controls from Halo Reach and also copying music from Halo Reach. You get 0 points for all this. I'm not awarding you shit for this section. Oh my god, I'm more Halo 3 music! And it's the ending music too, from the chief's funeral, quote unquote.
Commendations. Acknowledged. Welcome aboard.
I hate you. I hate this game. I know I made that abundantly clear, but my god, like, this whole section is just representative of exactly what I can't stand about this game. It's just pilfering everything from better Halo games and expecting you to give them credit for things they didn't do.
Ma'am.
I'm glad that you made it back in one piece. And John,
Oh, it's Dr. Halsey!
He's
Oh,
a good kid.
oh,
they are not children anymore, Major.
Doc, when you're as old as I am, they're all still kids.
Do you think there might be other Covenant ships like this out there?
Hard to say. The Prophet seemed to be working alone.
Genius often is. You should be pleased to know this little excursion was well worth the effort. It looks like you just might have found the heart of the Covenant after all.
what? 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 That's it? We did all that for that? Are you fucking kidding me? That's it. That was the... What? That doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean shit. Us knowing High Charity exists doesn't mean... We don't find High Charity in Halo 2. High Charity finds us. We all arrive at Delta Halo together, and then when we get taken by the Gravemind after the Regret Boss fight, the Gravemind is the one who brings us to High Charity. We don't... us knowing it exists doesn't do that. That's the reason why these missions exist. Is to justify why we know about High Charity. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you yanking my chain? You can't be serious. So it was all a waste of time then. I thought maybe there'd be some kind of payoff after all that, but there wasn't. It's just, oh hey, look, we know High Charity exists now. Whoop-de-doo. It's not like that's gonna change anything about the way the future games play. The only way I can see that being anything worthwhile is if they're gonna retcon Halo 2 to be like, I'd like to change the event so that we are the ones who go to High Charity, and it's gonna be like, this is for you, Williams, which is just kill me if that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, so that was horrible. I have nothing positive to say about any of that. That was just terrible, except for Chief's armor. That was cool. But that was some of the least fun I've ever had playing Halo missions since Spartan Ops. I don't know if I'm willing to say that it's worse than Spartan Ops altogether, but that's just because there's more of Spartan Ops to be mad at. But it's like basically on the same level in terms of the design principles, which is just, hey, let's have a bunch of open rooms with no cover that endlessly throw jackal snipers and hunters and massive squads of elites and brutes at you from all sides all at once constantly. That's the entire design principle that went into balancing this game's difficulty. And that, again, that was on heroic, not even legendary. Heaven knows what legendary is like, but I'm certainly never going to find out. What I will do, however, is that we'll go back in new game. We'll do it on easy. We're going to do here, Rally Point Bravo, and start so I can get that one terminal that I missed. Yeah, that was terrible. The new character, Williams, I mean, it makes sense that ODSTs would hate humans. There is a lot that is canon to the lore. There's a lot of good reasons why ODSTs hate humans, but the execution of it was just piss. Considering that they were just prisoners of war not one level ago. And also, I can't believe there was an actual scene where the squad of ODSTs assembled a shrine of Covenant corpses. Or assembled a shrine out of Covenant corpses just to, what, impress the chief? I don't even know what that was. Oh, here it is. There, finally, we're free. And like, I'm sorry, in a situation this terrifying and hopeless, where you've been hunted by the brutes for as long as you have, and you've been trapped in this terrible Covenant ship, tortured by being sent into the dome, you would be thrilled to see someone like the Master Chief. Regardless of whatever bad blood was between you guys, you would be thrilled to see someone show up. Any of the rivalry between your departments can wait until this is all over. Which, I would need to reread the novelization of Combat Evolved to know this for sure, but I swear De Silva was handled a lot more gracefully than the ODSTs were in this game. But the villain? The Minister of Harmony or whatever? What a worthless fucking villain. That opening cutscene where no one did anything and he just talked about how cool his toys were while Chief and Johnson stood there doing nothing for 90 seconds straight, that was embarrassing. And nothing came of it. Literally nothing came of it. We didn't have a boss fight with him. We didn't capture him. Nothing came of this excursion. He's still alive by the end of the game, and he just fucks off, presumably never to be seen or heard from again. Like, okay, you could theoretically add another like, because in Halo Wars they established that there was another Arbiter before the Arbiter that we know, Thelvadam from Halo 2 and beyond. But that works because like Halo Wars' story was written in such a way that they could kind of do whatever they wanted with the lore and not worry about it messing with the canon. Like, for instance, you meet the Flood in that game about 20 years before you're technically supposed to, because humanity's first contact with the Flood is supposed to be on Alpha Halo, but obviously the Spirit of Fire encounters the Flood long before that on the Forerunner Shield world that they go to. But that works because by the end of the game, the Spirit of Fire is adrift in deep space and no one knows where they are. So they can do whatever they want, and it can be this own little self-contained pocket of Halo that doesn't impact the wider universe at all, for the most part. But you can't get away with that in this game, because it's like, this is explicitly supposed to be setting up Halo 2, apparently, with them discovering High Charity exists, which doesn't change anything. We're putting that aside. You can't... And also, another thing is that the original Arbiter is dead by the end of Halo Wars. They kill him, so they can have him... They can explore another Arbiter and also not have him contradict and cross paths with the Arbiter we know. Like, you can do that. You can do that, I promise. But that's not what they did with this. The Minister of Harmony in this game is what people who hate Escharum from Halo Infinite think Escharum is like. But the difference is that, because a lot of people say that Escharum is just a big monkey that talks to you for the whole game and doesn't do anything, but the difference is that he does do things in Infinite. He sends his warriors at you. He's trying to test the chief. He sends Jaeger Adamni, the Hand of Atriox. All these people are working for him under his orders. All the troops you find are a permanent reminder of Escherum's presence on the ring, and he's in constant communication with you. And by the way, that wouldn't be enough. If it was just all the things I just described, that still wouldn't be enough, but it all builds to the payoff in the House of Reckoning, where you have the big boss fight against Escharum. But there's nothing like that in this game. So what was the point of any of it? And this isn't even talking about the bizarre retcon where apparently the Covenant invented a device that allows the brutes to do what they already did, which is go berserk, but this time it allows them to go berserk on their teammates for some reason. There's Chief catching a grenade midair and throwing it on. You know what? I don't even care. This was terrible. I hated this. This is horrible. I'm never gonna play this again after I get that one achievement where you have to beat the most dangerous game without killing any rampaging brutes. Yeah, I guess those are my closing thoughts. Not that you couldn't tell that from playing the entire rest of this, but I have no respect for this game at all. Like, I at least respect Halo 5, and it did kind of, my tongue burned a bit when I said that. But I do respect that game, if only because as a creator myself, I have something of a principled respect for anybody who has a vision for a game or for a story they want to tell or for something they want to make. And they're like, you know what, this might be unpopular, this might be controversial, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to throw all my eggs into this basket, and I hope people embrace it. I respect that a lot more than I do what this game is, which is literally just recycling everything from the past. It's just, hey, let's redo Combat Evolved. People love that game, right? Hey, people love the longsword fight sequence from Halo Reach. Let's just do that again. Hey, look, the Gonzalo ride from Halo 4. Look, it's the Missions Change line from Halo Infinite. It's all, and look, let's just throw all the music from Halo 2 and Halo 3 in here. Let's not do anything new at all, actually. I don't respect this game. How could I? It doesn't provide anything worthwhile or new, and the few things it does well are trounced by the things it does horrifically badly, and are mostly superficial anyway, so I kind of just don't care. Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything I can say about this game that I haven't already. I think I've made all my feelings abundantly clear by this point. I do hope you enjoyed watching me play through it, though. Oh, I guess I can also say, I said I was going to make a video about this game. I don't think I'm going to do that. I really don't, and I'll tell you why. Because there is a bizarre culture war that's happening because of this game. I didn't expect that to happen, but I guess I should have. People are, like, really not happy with each other. There's a lot of really intense fighting amidst people online right now. People who love this game seem really adamant about shooting down any and all criticism. Like, I saw a clip on Twitter of someone talking about how stupid it was that the overcharged plasma pistol shots can kill you in one shot, even if you have full shields. Because obviously that's horseshit, and that's not how it worked in any previous Halo game. But a lot of the replies to that on Twitter were just like, "Lol, get good, scrub. Lol, oh, is the baby shooter game too hard for you? Oh, boo-hoo." It's like, okay, so you're just not engaging at all with the conversation. You're just not. You have no, you're either being willfully ignorant or just genuinely don't understand what's going on, like why people are upset about these things. And as is often the case, maybe any one thing in isolation, not a big deal, but when you stack them all together, you get something like this when it's a death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah. So I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I want to stay entirely out of the discourse surrounding this game. If I ever do make a video about this game, it will be long after the dust has settled. Because if I were to make a video right now, it would be like the Campaign Evolved video, where I just rant for an hour about how much I hate it. And while I know people find that entertaining, I don't really enjoy making that kind of a thing. It's not really fun, especially because I've already kind of vented all my frustrations through this LP. If I hadn't vented my frustrations through this LP, it might be a different story, but I have, so I don't really need to do that again in a mainline video. What I would much rather do is wait until the dust settles and then make a more level-headed, nuanced critique of this game. Be like, okay, there's some things it does well. This is cool. That's cool. This is cool. But they miss so many fundamental things that make the original game what it was that I kind of, it all gets drowned out. And also I just have a fundamental lack of respect for a game that seems exclusively interested in just recycling things from the past instead of daring to try anything new. So those are my thoughts on Halo Campaign Evolved and its 3 bonus missions. I hope you got more enjoyment out of this game than I did, even though I wouldn't recommend, if you're watching this and you've never played a Halo game before, just play the original. Just play, because the other thing with all this is it's a value proposition. Why, even if this were amazing, why would I tell a new player to spend $50 on a remake of one game when they could instead spend $40 on 6 games? Why, if you really enjoy, if you play through all the games and you really like Halo and you become a Halo fan after playing through all the Master Chief Collection and Infinite, then okay, sure. If you want to spend the $50 on this to just check out what the levels look like, sure. I get that, I guess. But I would never recommend this being someone's first experience with the Halo game. Well, with Halo as a series, I mean. I would never recommend that to anyone. In fact, it actually kind of kills my soul a little bit, knowing that PlayStation players' first and possibly only exposure to Halo is going to be this game. That's incredibly disconcerting to me. But it is what it is. So if I ever make a video about this game, it's going to be a more nuanced, long-form critique instead of a quick, passionate rant like I made earlier this year. Just because I think, given what the discourse is, I don't want to add any more fuel to the fire with another, like, heated rant. And I'm sure, because from what I've seen on Twitter, it wouldn't even matter if someone were to make a critique that's very level-headed and balanced. Because, like I said, there was something weird going on with the discourse around this game, where it's like, it cannot be criticized. You're not allowed. It has to be the way forward for the Halo franchise, and I don't know what's going on, but it's really weird, and I don't like it. But I would still, even if that is the reception, I'd rather that just be what I make anyway. Because at least I can say, well, I put my best foot forward. It is what it is. Either people will be receptive or they won't, but I tried my best. But for now, I'm like, there's too many other things I want to do. I don't want to look at this game again. I don't want to play this game again after I get the achievements. So that's where I'm at right now. We'll see how I feel in a couple months or whatever, but that's how I feel right now. Okay, thank you for watching. As for what's next on the channel, I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm gonna play next. But I guess if you're subscribed, you can subscribe and stay tuned for what comes next. Right now, I truly don't know, but you'll be the first to know when I figure it out if you subscribe and turn on notifications. But other than that, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and I hope to catch you all soon for whatever it is you decide to watch next. Goodbye.